turns out this magical property that if you align silicon just right and you shine sun, which we're now getting gloriously on here, it causes electrons to move, and you can create a current from that, and that's what's happening over here. But in fact, there's a lot of electricity that is then flowing from those panels into a big wire that's in the back, and then you can't even tell anymore, can you, that there's a trench and that runs underground with a conduit and a pipe, and it runs over to the back of the firehouse right over there. So all that power is coming off there.
And we're so excited to be here for this sort of the launch of the solar array. This is just a great community project for Reading.
One thing that's interesting is Senator Clarkson was the representative for Reading before she was a state senator. So she's actually, you know, a lot of the people who are here already.
I do.
But I'm the newest senator to the district. But I happen to know a lot of the Reading Energy Committee members because not only this project, but all of their work has been they've been doing a lot of good work as an energy committee.
The energy committee consists of 4 people right now: Brian, myself, Paul Dougherty, and Kevin Kaya. We were appointed by the select board to look at the town plan. It has a whole chapter on energy, how to make the town more efficient, more resilient as far as its usage and production of energy. So we have tried to implement as much of that plan as possible.
We do all kinds of things like weatherization, so we volunteer and actually others from town join us to help weatherize people's homes to help reduce their energy costs. And of course the solar array project, that's been a big one, and we've got an exciting one coming up which is around the Municipal Energy Resilience Program from the state, which we're going to be applying for some funds there to hopefully electrify and weatherize the municipal buildings in town.
So this is exciting because this is them putting in volunteer hours, getting the community to agree, and then actually being able to do a project and see it come to fruition. And those aren't easy things, and they don't happen in, a matter of weeks. It takes a lot of consistent work. So what I'm really impressed by is they clearly did their homework.
In simplest terms, it's going to save the taxpayers about $7,500 per year in current electricity costs. The entire project should pay for itself in about 10, 11 years. And then it produces revenue or savings for the town. And there's very, very few things in a small town in Vermont you can spend your money on that's actually going to save you this kind of money. And we think through the life of the project, it'll save north of $135,000 for the town taxpayers.
This is not just like a ribbon cutting for something that just is exciting to look at. It's also like an investment. So.
And everybody voted for it. I mean, what was great is the prep work that went into also the town vote. And it got more votes than the fire truck, which is like thrilling, because I think the penny is beginning to really drop in terms of people understanding about the economic benefit and the global warming, the reduction of climate change and trying to rein in the incredible pace of climate change. Ever since Irene, it has just sped up enormously.
I think everybody knows the climate situation is getting worse, not better. And we all have to do something. You sit back and do nothing, it's just going to get worse each time. And so we're hoping that things like this over time may hopefully lessen the impact of some of these climate events.
Yep. And I mentioned that Municipal Energy Resilience Program that's coming. This project dovetails so nicely with that because now we have a source of production of clean energy, and if you can then start to electrify the buildings rather than burn fossil fuels to heat them, as an example. The firehouse gets all the power first, right? It all goes to the firehouse meter. They get everything that they're using, and any excess then goes to the grid, and the town gets credits for that we can then apply to other meters around town, and the meters that we're going to apply them to are all the town-owned buildings.
We talk with the people who run the community garden, the firehouse, the fire chief, and also the select board. We thought this might be a good first demonstration location because the town already owned the land, and the orientation for solar was really good here, and it was large enough. So it met all, and it's not near any immediate abutters who might not like the look of it. So it's kind of tucked away here where it doesn't disturb any of the neighbors.
The other thing that we don't talk enough about is Vermont isn't we use fossil fuels, but we don't make fossil fuels. So even if you love fossil fuels, it's not something you can grow in Vermont.
We have to import it all.
We have to buy it from somewhere else. And that purchase creates a lot of national and international issues. You can think about international wars and kind of conflicts around resources like fossil fuels. That's a problem, but it also is so unstable. So we can't negotiate for a lower cost for fossil fuel in the way that we actually could have any kind of energy independence. So when we have separate energy generation that's here, that's renewable, that continues to happen every day when it's sunny, we are making sure that we have a stable cost for our energy and our electricity.
Our objective is to make this transition possible for all Vermonters. All of us are regular Vermonters. None of us want to do something that we can't all afford to do.
But we got to do something.
So stay tuned for next session.